Good afternoon. My name is Nioka Lynn, and happy Tuesday. So this morning, as I was sitting in my chair, some things came to mind, and I started to speak on it, and I said, no, I'm not going to do that yet. And then I was asked something, and something was brought to my attention, and that was like Spirit saying, do it. So I'm going to do it. Okay, so I've been asked many times over, well, do you believe in God? I can't believe somebody would ask me that, but they did. Yeah. Do you believe in the devil and demons? Here's what I'm going to say about that. Yes, they exist. And do you know why? Every thought that a person, a human, has ever thought exists. Every thought. That alone should make you very aware of your surroundings. So if they exist, where are they? Where are these thoughts that exist? They're all around you. They are all around you. Now you get to choose by your thoughts which ones are going to stick to you. Because I promise you, if you have a bunch of fearful, dark thoughts, there's enough of them out there that are going to join up with you. And yes, there are entities that feed off of fear. How did they get there? Humans put them there. Yeah. So do I believe in those kind of things? Oh, sure. Oh, sure. And I have made it my business to avoid them. And yes, sometimes they sneak in here and there, but that's for my benefit. Because I've been taught enough, thank God, I've been taught enough or remembered enough of who I really am to recognize them and put them in their proper place. So, another thing that was brought to my attention was this thing about fear. This is how those entities are created, through our fear, through our darkness. What is darkness? The lack of light. Darkness don't even really exist. It's just the absence of light. What is light? Our true nature, God, who we are. We have a piece of God, every single one of us here. We are energy, electric beings that are projected in this projection. Okay, the greater part of you is still with Source, with God. This is an experience to enrich your soul. Yeah. So through fear, a lot of things are created. Yes. We create our own reality through our thoughts. Our thoughts become beliefs. So if you believe there's a big boogeyman out there trying to get you, well then there's a big boogeyman out there trying to get you. That boogeyman, however, does not need to be a part of my reality. No, I put the boogeyman to rest a long time ago. Yes. People will do a lot of things through fear. People judge others out of fear, and they label all kind of darkness, demons, and the devil, and fallen angels, and all kind of ugly things, I've seen a lot of people in my day pray and ask God, oh, give me your heart, God. But then when someone showed up in their life that wasn't so lovable, they judged them and called them a demon. We tend to, as a human race, demonize a lot of things. And it's just sad. But it was conditioning. It was conditioning from very early on. It was conditioned to believe that we were lowly, worthless little worms, that we were just sinful little beings. So when you're conditioned to believe that, and you believe that God is this big ogre in the sky that's going to either like stamp you good or bad, throw you in heaven and or throw you in hell, if you're conditioned to believe that, I guess you it's a good pathway to fear, isn't it? We're fearful when we don't understand something. How many people, and I used to be one of these people, and I catch myself every once in a while having an opinion about the way something should be or the way somebody should be. And I have to examine myself and I redirect. I don't have to slither all over the floor and cry, and I redirect my thinking. And I thank God and my spirit team for helping me. So we have opinions about all kind of people's lives, If you were raised one way, in a home that maybe wasn't completely functional but encouraging, they didn't have all their stuff together, but they encouraged you and supported you. And then you have another person who didn't have any support. Maybe this person grew up in the streets. Do you think those two people as adults, all of a sudden they wake up, they're adults, they're just supposed to know everything and know how to act? No. Look, baby, you plant cucumber seeds, you're going to get cucumbers. Now that does not mean that the person that grew up in the streets can't evolve, because they absolutely can. Some of the strongest souls have the toughest lives because they know they can. They may struggle here and there, but they know they can. I think one of the toughest things that I looked at, because I've been asked over and over again, and I've had people tell me their opinions about transgender people. Now, I don't like to judge anybody. I figure this is your life, this is your incarnation, okay? And what you choose is your choice. But then it took me deeper. I tried to go back to work a couple years back. I tried, and I got to work with, I guess, 3 weeks, something like that, 4 weeks maybe. I got to work with some people that were very dear to me, and I tried so hard to stay there, and I might be wrong, but I believe that I was led there for a few reasons. One was to accept myself as I was, because I was very frustrated about what had transpired in my body. So I had to learn how to love and honor and respect myself for where I was, forgive myself for the choice that I had made to do a surgery. And so anyway, that was one of the reasons. The other reason is I met this, at first I thought he was a girl. And I worked in the same department as this individual. This individual latched onto me quickly and immediately let me know that she was born a boy, but she is transitioning into a girl. My opinion at the time was whatever floats your boat, babe. I like to let people live their lives, do them. But then I started to feel his energy, and my heart just, I wanted to cry. I did hug him, and I wrestled with explaining what I saw. But then one day I went in, and he seemed irritated. He seemed very irritated this day, and I said, "You all right?" "Oh yeah, my boyfriend, this. And there went the download. Oh my Lord, here came the download. What was shown to me was this young man had been severely abused as a child. This young man was so full of fear and pain and suffering that being a boy meant being weak. He wanted to change his appearance to feel empowered. You know, the soul will do lots of things for relief. People turn to drugs, alcohol, sexual addictions, all kind of addictions to feel some kind of relief from their pain. Now, I am neither for transgender or against transgender. As I said, everybody has a choice in their incarnation. I don't know what a person's theme is, but a lot of times I can recognize what's behind the desire. Everybody wants to feel good. Your soul knows that it's supposed to be experiencing joy. And when it is suffering in a lot of pain, it's looking for relief. This young man felt the need to change his body for relief because he did not feel empowered being a boy. But once I recognized this, and I said, can I share something with you? And there's no judgment behind what I'm going to say to you, I promise. And I shared what was shown to me, and he cried. And he stood up and he said, well, I know one thing. He said, I will have sex with as many men as I can, and I will destroy them. There are entities out there that will latch onto you because of your fear. They will latch onto you through all kind of fear-based beliefs. No self-worth. Do you hate yourself enough that you want to change the way you look? I did that. I was guilty of that. I wanted to change the way I looked. No, I was not born a man. So I want to put all the ideas of me being a man to rest. I was born a woman, a baby girl. But in my 30s, I was married, and it was definitely a soul lesson, let's just put it that way, that I went through for 10 years. And I went through a lot of suffering in that marriage. And at one point in that marriage, because of my husband at the time being so attracted to women with large breasts, I wanted to have that surgery done. And oh, he was thrilled. He was thrilled that I would consider this. But I didn't think I was going to be good enough unless I had the surgery. I made the appointment. I did my little research on who was who, and he was going to help me pay for this. And I made the appointment. I went to my first consult, picked out the implants that I wanted, and I decided, okay, I'm all gung-ho. My surgery appointment was scheduled, and I think it was the night before or 2 days before my surgery was to take place. I was fixing dinner, and he had the TV on, and the news was on. And a local woman, had died on the operating table having the same surgery that I was scheduled for. Well, that did it. I was done. No, I'm not doing it. Because I had fear, a lot of fear behind it. Everything inside of me said, don't do it, don't do it. But I wanted to be good enough to do this, to please my husband, because I felt like I wasn't good enough. I think when you have no self-worth and you're always trying to prove how good you are to somebody, you'll do almost anything. A lot of people will do almost anything, and it's sad. You'll have all kind of fearful thoughts latch onto you. All kind of entities latch onto you. and feed off of that fear, feed off of that lack of self-worth. Just feed off of you, and it leaves you just empty. Now, as I said, I'm not anti-transgender, and I am not pro-transgender. Okay, it's not my life. But here's what I want to share. If you are considering a surgery like that, I want to just remind you, it's not like drugs or alcohol. It's not something you can just quit one day. You know, sit back, ask yourself, why do I want to do this? Think about your life. Do you feel empowered? Can you stand in the mirror just as you are and say, I love you, you? Can you do that? I know I couldn't do that for a long time. So if you're trying to alter yourself because you feel like you're not good enough or you're not empowered the way you are, I would suggest postponing any type of surgery or injections with hormones and stuff. I would suggest to sit back and do some self-reflection. Get involved with people that are enlightened. There's a million groups out here now. They'll help you along. Now, after you've gone through getting some kind of counseling with enlightened people, and you still want the experience, well, then go for it. Go for it. No judgment here, And on the flip, if you're judging these people, if you are judging these people, you don't know their lives. You're not supposed to judge. Let me tell you what happens when you judge. As soon as you judge another person because of their desires, their beliefs, or whatever, you're judged. You're going to go through something. You will go through something. It's sad in this day and age that people will actually kill other people, or try to kill other people because of who they are. Maybe their beliefs are different. Maybe they rejected you some kind of how. Some people just have no empathy, no anything. They don't feel. But then, again, what brings a person to that place? Think about something. I was thinking about this not long ago. What does it take for a person to reach a place where they have no compassion on another human being? That is a person who is suffering deeply. That is a person who shut down their feelings a long time ago. Couldn't trust anybody. Tried to love somebody at a very early age and got stomped on. Couldn't trust a soul. So do we judge these people? Sadly, when they show out and harm other people, they have to be stopped. But may I just suggest, if you're one of these people, if you recognize anything about what I'm saying and on a personal level, maybe you should stop. Sit back. Is this how you want to continue in your loveless life? This is a loveless life. You only get back what you put out. Yeah. If you don't know how to love yourself, you don't know how to love other people. If you have no self-worth, you can find no worth in any other people. It can change. And let me just say that the world, everything is speeding up. Have you noticed time going faster? Yeah. Things are speeding up. Your thoughts used to be you didn't attract as fast. Things are attracting fast now. So hey, why don't you just get off that cycle that you've been going round and round and round and round all your life? Get off that ride. Stop feeding the quarters into that ride. Get off. Set back. Take a look at yourself. Do I want to continue doing this? Is this something that I can change? I'm telling you now, it's possible. Human beings have a tendency to label something as impossible, incurable. I cured myself of MS, IBS, all kind of stuff, fibromyalgia. Yes. If I believe that my nose is going to grow 4 inches every 10 years, and I deeply believe it, I guarantee you, it's going to start growing. Your thoughts are very powerful. You are the image of God. You are God projected in an earthly body. You are projected here. You have a piece of the divine in you everywhere you go. Every single person, every human has the piece of the divine within them. You are a powerful creator. You create by your thoughts, your focus. This day and age, it's really important to consider your thoughts, your focus. What are you focused on? Are you focused on judging everybody because they're not like you? Are you focused judging everybody because they believe a different way than you do? Maybe you should consider what you believe. Yeah. Every thought that's ever been thought exists. Humans put them there. They're all around you. Like attracts like. What you put out, you get back. There's a million, trillion, gazillion good thoughts out there. Are you attracting those? Are you marrying up with those? Or are you in a dark place, absent of light? What is absence of light? Knowing who you really are. Knowing you are a beautiful design. You are not your body. This is a projection. You are God focused in a human body. Yeah, a piece of the divine is in you. You are part of that. We are all connected. There are tons of bad thoughts out there, and yes, there are entities that will feed off your fear. Do I believe in those things? Yes, I know they are there. They are there. Do you want to agree and latch up with them? It's time to know who we really are. It's time to shed our fears. It's time to walk in our empowerment. That's what Yeshua came here to teach us. That's why he was such a threat. That's why they wanted to get rid of him. They wanted power over the people. And if people knew how powerful they were and who they really were, they'd be a threat. You couldn't control them. We're in this time. This is ascension. It's a personal thing. It's an outward thing. It's everything. Mother Gaia is ascending. People are ascending. Everything is ascending. What are you ascending? How do you ascend? By getting rid of all your limited, fear-based beliefs. Beliefs that you have to have something outside of yourself to empower you. Whether it be a man that you believe is going to save you. A body change that's going to make you acceptable. Whatever it is. It's time to walk in your power. Yes. It's time. So yes, every thought that's ever been thought exists. Which one are you in agreement with? Which one do you choose for your life? Your thoughts as well. You're emitting a frequency. They're going out there. You want to help the world? Think better thoughts. We're all in this together. We all affect one another. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So this morning, I had to think of a few thoughts of my own and put them into perspective. Because yes, we get conditioned. We get conditioned to think something, and we store it in our little filing cabinet as this is the way it is, this is fact, and we leave it there. And as we grow, these things will come back up. And you look at it and you think, yeah, I'm hanging on to this and I need to release this. Yeah. Choose your thoughts. Powerful creator that you are. Beautiful, loving soul that you are. Let's get on board with the ascension, shall we? Let's raise the vibration. Let's put some good thoughts out there. Yeah, and good thoughts in here. And just so you know, all the folks that wanting to change their body parts, do something to alter themselves, baby, you are not your body. What you take with you when you leave this earthly plane is not on your body. Your growth as a spirit, how you've evolved, how you've let go of limiting beliefs, is what you take with you. Your knowledge, your love, you are light. Yes. Now if you've already made these changes, that's okay. That's okay. Just examine your thoughts, work on your self-worth. If this is just something you wanted to experience for whatever reason, okay, that's fine too. Okay, no judgment here. Nope. I believe everybody is entitled to live their lives the way they want to. I really don't have an opinion about it. I don't. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. So I hope today you're not judging others for their choices. Try to be compassionate. You don't know the lives they've lived. And then even if you do, even if it's a family member, you say, well, I don't know why they act this way. You know, we grew up in the same home. You don't have their heart. You don't have what's in their DNA as a soul. Maybe you've not lived every lifetime with them. You don't know what they've accumulated, the wounds they carry. You don't know. Stop judging people. Let's all stop judging people. Let's all start being compassionate. Yeah. Let's do that. And if you are the person that people are judging, stop judging yourself. Love yourself. Know that you are a piece of the divine creator. Absolutely. Okay, that's it. I have a lot to say. I've been holding a lot of things in for a long time. It's time. My name is Nioka Lynn. I hope you enjoy your Tuesday. Namaste.